Labour will be destroyed in Scotland at this general election. An electoral bomb is going to drop on the party and blow what remains of it to smithereens. It seems the only person likely to be left standing once the dust clears will be Ian Murray. If polls are correct, Murray, the party's candidate in Edinburgh South, will be the sole Labour MP returned in Scotland. Labour simply can't sustain such a blow and remain even marginally relevant. This would be the second time in less than 5 years that the party's Scottish contingent at Westminster has been reduced to a humiliating rump. At the 2015 general election, Murray was also the only Labour candidate elected in Scotland. One Labour MP in 2015. And one Labour MP in 2019. It's an existential crisis. The party also looks likely to face defeat in England, with a probable Conservative majority on the cards at Westminster. Perhaps Jeremy Corbyn and Richard Leonard will cling on to leadership after the beating is over, though it seems unlikely if the defeat turns out to be as colossal as predicted. But whoever is in charge, they'll have to completely reimagine Labour in Scotland if the party is to have any relevance after December 12. If Boris Johnson secures a majority and has free rein over Brexit, then the clamour for a second independence referendum in Scotland will become deafening. The yes and no sides of the independence debate in Scotland seem fairly equally balanced at the moment. One recent poll had support for independence at 50%. With Johnson securely in power, the scales will tip in Scotland towards leaving the UK. That's inevitable. The path to Labour recovering any relevance lies in how it reconfigures itself around the issue of Scottish independence. If Labour sides once again with Conservatives in a unionist bloc, then the party may as well dig its own grave. The best position for Labour is to adopt a neutral stance on independence. As a party it should neither campaign for or against independence. However, individual members should be allowed to campaign and vote as they please. Labour should accept a second independence referendum as the fair and democratic decision. If Brexit had never happened, then it was legitimate to see the outcome of the 2014 referendum as a settled matter, that Scotland had said no. But Brexit did happen. The electorate in Scotland was lied to. We were told a vote to stay in the UK would keep us in Europe. Compound this with Scotland's Remain vote, and Tory disregard for the will of the majority of Scottish people over Europe. Arguing against a second independence referendum seems woefully unjust. If Corbyn can now take a neutral position on Brexit, as he did a few days ago, then once this election is over his party can take a neutral position on independence. Of course there'll be sneering from nationalists and for more on this story, visit the news article link.